and this is it. I'd like to introduce it to our latest finished project. Yeah, finished. So, this is... I could switch the engine off actually, so we can hear ourselves. I've just cleaned the car. That's why that's there. So, this is our 62 reg Nissan Qashqai diesel, 1.6 diesel. Start with the engine. So, I'd like to introduce it to this 1.6 diesel engine with a pretty good looking battery. Looks quite new. I couldn't tell you how new, but looks new enough to me. Has it got any dates? Can I pick anything on it? No, I can't. Serviced in September this year, fully serviced, and as you can see there's a tiny marker pen mark, and the actual diesel filter looks pretty new. There's no dust set on it yet, so that proves me that this car has had a full service. Also, if we have a quick peek, air filter, quite new as well. Let's take that fly out. Have these got dates on? Made in Poland. Doesn't have a date on it, but yeah, it does look new to me. Okay. So, it does help that this car has been serviced. Saves me a job. I won't bother showing you the actual book as it's inside. There will be pictures in the ad. The engine looks pretty clean to me. There's some spilled oil there, if you can see somewhere there, but I'm not too worried because this is the top up lid. So whenever they service the car, they must have spilled some, but other than that I can't see anything worrying down here. Yeah, it's just a 1.6 diesel engine. What more can you ask for? This car has xenon lights, 360 camera, aftermarket LED lights. They're a bit fogged, but yeah, don't know why. Let's close the bonnet. So the benefit of this particular engine is the fact that the road tax will only cost you the massive amount of £35 a year. The car has had 2 brand new front tires, as the old ones were a good make, but they were worn on the outside, and this ones obviously aren't. And I have done a wheel alignment too, in order to preserve these tires for longer. They're not anything expensive, they're budget tires, let's be fair. The alloys don't look curved or anything, given the size of the tire. When it comes to curbs, you're quite alright to climb over them without damaging your wheels. The car has contacts, the car has keyless entry and drive, 2 keys. This is how you lock it, this is how you unlock it. 4 electric mirrors, beautiful cream leather seats, in a Qashqai. You live and learn. Let's jump in. The car has automatic wipers and headlights. It's got a okay, will this work? Now if you press this button, then you can select throughout the cameras you have.
It's a very rare sight.
All around. The mirrors are electrically adjustable, and we do have a reverse camera too when the engine is on. The car has 103,440 miles, and it comes with a full tank of diesel. We've got heated front seats. The leather just had a bit of a wipe, and it does look a bit better. Doesn't look new, but it isn't new, so it can't look new. We've got a generous, typical Nissan Qashqai pan roof, and cream de la creme. We got Bose speakers in here too. The car is more or less fully specced. Mirror, all that. Okay, we've got working cruise control and speed limiter, your nice leather steering wheel, 6-speed manual gearbox. So like I said, 35 quid a year for road tax. We've got dual climate settings as well, with little screens that display your actual temperature. I did give this a bit of a wipe, but this looks a bit dirty now. I need to come back to it. Must have been the brush. Anyway, yeah, in the back, close this door. In the back, 3 seats. You've got an armrest, 2 in the middle. Beautiful looking interior. I do like this cream leather, I have to admit. As well, there's nothing much to show you in the back. Electric windows, obviously. Tinted rear windows. Yeah. Pan roof, obviously. The car locks from the boot as well if you wanted to. The car comes with a beautiful green Scars sticker too. Pure Drive DCI. In the back, nothing much to show you here. Just a clean, lovely boot, and the car does not have any. It does have the tow bar there, the tow hook, but it doesn't have any spare wheel because we do have a subwoofer, which is Bose as well, and it does have an air compressor. What do you need it? Other than that, there's nothing much to show you here. Has it got a spare wheel underneath? No. Has the tow bar as well while we're here, and parking sensors. I mean, I don't know who would spec a car with 360 cameras. There's the camera there, and parking sensors. Why would you need parking sensors on a car that has all around cameras? But hey ho, the rear wheels and tires, they are fine as well. The brake discs, these are brand new. There's no bezel there, and if I'm struggling to have a quick look at the brake pads, they're brand new too. As for the front discs, tiny little bezel. I don't think they've done more than, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 miles. And the brake pads, don't know if you can tell there, they are literally brand new. And we've got red brake calipers, very sporty. Slight dent there from the actual impact. This car, I will attach a video, unless I've already attached it, I can't remember. This is our donor door. No dents, no scratches, looks pretty good. We had to change this mirror lid as well. That one looks alright. Front bumper's fine, nothing there. The other wheel is okay. I would imagine these have been changed in the same time. Yes, they have. Tiny little bezel, barely feeling it. And the rear brakes, absolutely fine too, and a decent tyre. No damage on this side. On that side. As for this corner, someone actually tried to give it a bit of a fix as well. Yeah, they've given all the cameras that this car has and parking sensors, they've either reversed into something or someone bashed into the car. The rear lights are fine, there's no chips, there's no cracks. Same with the other ones. Well, it's a Qashqai, so obviously they do fog at times. So yeah, that's all I can show you about this car really. Next is the test drive, and windscreen. There's no. The windscreen doesn't have any chips or anything like it. We've got some Bosch wipers. So yeah, I think whoever had this car did look after it well. Although it did have a few owners, it does look well looked after, to be fair. Yeah, this wiper's pretty new as well. You don't see this particularly on a Nissan Qashqai. Yeah, it's got some nice roof rails as well, mainly for design, I would imagine. And yeah, it's particularly after my hard work, it's a nice clean car. Ready for a new owner. So the car is ready. It's just been MOT'd and there's nothing left to it really. Feel free to inquire, drop me a phone call if you want to come and view it. I've pretty much showed you everything, nothing to hide there. There's a dent on this side and damaged bumper on the rear, but obviously decent, ready to drive away. Serviced recently, full service performed, including the fuel filter, which you do not see very often. And yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles that you can expect from a car. Yeah, so what we're gonna do next is give it a bit of a test drive and see how it runs. So now, a bit of a test drive. I've just passed the MOT. With flying colours. Not even an advisory. I didn't test drive the car on the way to the MOT. I changed the tyres. I was in a rush. I ended up spending 2 hours in the MOT place because I don't know what. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, the car passed with my new tyres installed. I've also done a wheel alignment because I could tell the car needed them from the old tyres because they were really worn on the outside. So I'm trying to save the next owner of this car from wasting tyres unnecessarily for an extra 30 quid. I think it's money well spent. The car drives really nice. Engine stays up to temp as it should do. I don't know how to work out the miles per gallon. Oh, here, maybe this one. So the full fuel tank is almost full, and I got 427 miles range, off range. mean, I can only tell you the instant fuel consumption. We can see that it does around 50 miles per gallon, as far as I can tell. What I really like about this, well, I've had it all now. I've had the 2-litre diesel, which was really nippy, but the car was completely unequipped. It was completely blank. Everything was just cheap plastic and fabric for the seats. I had the 2-litre diesel, but that was a low mileage at least. I had the 1.6 petrol. And then now, well, I didn't have it all online. I still need to buy a 1.5 diesel. And now I've got a 1.6 diesel, which is way more nippier than the petrol variant. While we're here, let's test the cruise control. If I know how to work it out. I don't know how to work it out. Oh, now it worked. Maybe my speed was too low. So I'm just doing 41 miles an hour. So I'm glad that works. So yeah, I'm jumping from one to another here. So yeah, between 1.6 petrol and 2-litre diesel, I think this is the car to buy, because it's got enough speed, enough torque, brilliant on road tax price, and really I'm just doing 40 miles an hour, 4th gear, 60 miles per gallon. So I think that's alright. I suppose you could agree with me. I don't know. I'm not going to walk you through the specs of the car, because that will be in the first bit where I show you around this car. But yeah, it does have Bose speakers, and also rear factory tinted windows. So look at this. Yes, it runs really nice. Brakes all right. Yeah, I mean the car drives faultless. The car did change quite a few owners, but the car does have full service history. Although whoever had it last did very few miles in it, and chose not to service it for quite a few years. But now, at least the car has had a full service. And I was looking around the fuel filter. I'll try and see if I remember to show you. You can tell the fuel filter is new, which is great. That's what you want after a long service. You want every little filter changed. The fuel filter is new, the air filter is new. I can't see the oil filter, it's probably underneath, so I'm not gonna go down. But you can tell the oil is nice and clean as well. So yeah, that's a massive perk, and it was only just the service back in September. It makes me laugh. It does make me laugh how insurance companies write cars off. I mean, this car needed a brand new second-hand door. Obviously, a bit of work to it. I think I needed about 5 hours to transfer everything from the old to the new car, maybe less. I can't even remember. And any DIY can do it himself. I mean, if this was my car when it got crashed, I would have 100% have bought it back from the insurance. It has 2 keys, full service history, nice interior. I really like the cream leather interior. It has maintained pretty well as well. I'll give it a bit of a clean too. It has maintained extremely well, and I mean, the black one was alright, yeah, just leather, normal leather, but this one, you just like looking at it. It's a very nice interior. I have to say I'm impressed with these Qashqais. They're all squeaky. I mean, this is the good old plastic that I had in my first Qashqai, but this bit here is nice and soft. The steering wheel is the best bit I like about this car, which I liked about my previous car. So it's very comfortable to hold. It's very thin as well. You don't want a bulky steering wheel. I hate those. The gearbox is smooth. It's a manual 6-speed gearbox, brilliant for MPG, for good MPG. I was lucky enough this time with Copart, and they just left all the fuel in the tank rather than emptying it. I was a bit worried about that, because if it comes to trying to start the petrol Qashqai was alright, but if you get any airlocks with diesel engine, it's a bit of a trouble. You have to undo the nuts for the injectors and allow all the air to come out, and yeah, it's unnecessary work. So I mean, Copart, if you're listening to this, you probably are listening because I've got 140 subscribers. If you're listening to this, when you do empty your tanks, can you stop emptying the whole tank? Can you leave some in it? You're just making the buyer's life so much more difficult. I mean, with my last car, I even went to the extent to think that the car had something wrong with it because it kept on stalling with the actual fuel. Yeah, I would appreciate if Copart wouldn't do that. Yeah, it's running really nice through gears. Extremely nippy. Can't see any black smoke behind me. I'm in fourth gear now. I just went round that bend in fourth gear. So it does like it's high gears. You don't have to keep changing gears. It's a beautiful day today for a test drive. It's nice and sunny for November, I mean, for the end of November. Nice and sunny. As the interior bit, as we were chatting about the quality of the interior and how well it maintained. So the buttons here haven't got any scratches on them. You've got the digital little screens for the temperature, for the inside temperature, which I really like. I think it's a really clever idea. I wish more manufacturers would have thought of that and implemented it. This fake leather here around the steering wheel is not cracked or broken. There's no missing little paint of the buttons, so there's no lady with long nails fiddling with these buttons. The window buttons are basically just the normal Nissan buttons, which do not scratch. They've got that cheap plastic that doesn't scratch. I've noticed one of the lights here doesn't work, and the rear lights and the feed lights have LED lights. Previous owners thought to upgrade those, so to say. I was just thinking about it actually. So I drive in a Bentley's. If this was a 7-seater, I would have probably considered to keep it to myself. but it's just the 5 seats unfortunately, and I would have been keen to sacrifice the boot space that I've got in my Avensis for the extra seats, as you never know. But I'm not going to be doing that, only because the car, like I said, it's only got 5 seats. But other than that, it's got automatic lights, wipers. These auto as well. Are they? Oh, probably not. Oh no, sorry, yes they are. Wipers are automatic too. There's no chips in the windshield or anything like it. Yeah, it's a very, very, very decent car for 103,000 miles. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about it? There's no squeaks, there's no bangs, there's nothing. It just drives. I like that. It's let's put it that way. This is a car that I feel I could trust to just drive. You know, get in it in the morning and then just drive away. No troubles. It's a car you can trust. As you can see on my channel, ever since I had the Cougar, which I didn't particularly get on with financially and time-wise, I'm basically choosing Japanese technology. Well, mind you, and French. Renault has a huge involvement in the development of this engine. But I mean, the engines I've been going for are Renault established engines, so there's nothing new. I've seen quite a few 1.2 turbo petrol engines, Nissans, up for auction, but I don't really want to go for it. I don't know, I just don't like these undersized engines for the size of the car. I just don't feel like a 1.2 petrol, even though it's turbo, 1.2 petrol engine is good enough for the size of a Qashqai. I know they make them light and so on and so forth, but still, I just like a potent engine in a car. I think it's just better for the longevity of the car to start with, as if you've got a smaller engine, that doesn't mean you're going to use less fuel, or it doesn't mean anything really. It's just the new way of building cars nowadays. Underpowered engines with just a massive turbo on it to keep it going as long as the warranty. And then it's time for new car mate. But with these older ones, I think we can still trick the system in that aspect. Come on, what do you do, lady? Gonna go? Oh, she's not even going this way. So I like a car that's being powered by an engine decent to its size. And this 1.6 diesel, I have to say, is decent enough for this car. 100%. I think the 1.2 petrol turbo, I could be wrong, but it might be the new replacement for the 1.6 petrol non-turbo. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I would definitely go for the 1.6 petrol rather than go for the 1.2, only because the 1.6 has proven itself many times for many years. There we are. We are heading towards the end of this test drive. This car speaks for itself. It drives really nice. Very nippy. So now the car will be up for sale. It's definitely ready for a new owner. And we're gonna go and take some pictures of it now. So that's it for today's episode. This is my new Nissan Qashqai 1.6 turbo diesel, and it's ready for a new owner, ready when you are. Until next time, you take care.